Aeschylus, killed by the sky. Ancient Greece, 5th century BC. Aeschylus, the father of tragedy, the man who basically invented theater as we know it. Legends say he feared only one thing, a prophecy. He had been warned he would die from something falling from the sky, so he avoided buildings, avoided roofs, spent time outdoors, trying to cheat fate. But fate doesn't negotiate. One day, an eagle flying overhead carried a tortoise. The bird mistook his bald head for a rock and dropped it. The shell shattered. So did his skull. One of the greatest playwrights in history, killed by a fallen tortoise. Tycho Brahe, too polite to pee. Tycho Brahe mapped the stars with insane precision, without telescopes, without modern tools. His work helped humanity understand the universe. But his death? Embarrassing. At a royal banquet in Prague, he drank heavily. But etiquette in the 1600s was strict. Leaving the table early was considered deeply rude, so he stayed, hour after hour, holding it in. His bladder swelled, pain became agony. By the time he finally left, it was too late. Infection set in. His bladder ruptured. He died days later. One of history's greatest astronomers, killed by manners. Francis Bacon, science gone wrong. Francis Bacon believed knowledge came from experiments. Test everything, prove everything, even food preservation. One freezing winter day, he wondered, could snow preserve meat like ice? So he bought a chicken, stuffed it with snow himself, right there in the cold street, standing in freezing wind for hours. The experiment worked. The chicken froze, but so did he. He caught pneumonia. Within days, he was dead. The man who championed the scientific method died from his own experiment. Georg Wilhelm Richmann, playing with lightning. In the 1700s, electricity was still mysterious, dangerous, untamed. Georg Wilhelm Richmann wanted to study lightning up close, inspired by Benjamin Franklin's famous kite experiment. So he built metal rods inside his house, connected wires. Storm clouds gathered. Thunder roared. Suddenly, a ball of lightning shot down the apparatus and flew across the room and exploded into his head. Witnesses said his shoes were blown off, his clothes burned. He died instantly. He became the first scientist ever killed by electrical experimentation, quite literally, struck down by his own research. Jean-Baptiste Lully conducted himself to death. Jean-Baptiste Lully was the rock star of French music. Back then, conductors didn't use small batons. They used long staffs and slammed them on the floor to keep rhythm. During one performance, he missed. The staff pierced his own foot. Deep wound, but doctors recommended amputation. He refused, didn't want to stop dancing, didn't want to look weak. Infection spread. Gangrene followed. Weeks later, music's golden boy was dead, killed by his own beat. Galileo Galilei, silenced by the church. Galileo. Galilei proved the Earth wasn't the center of the universe, a discovery that changed everything, but it angered the church. They tried him, forced him to recant, placed him under permanent house arrest, no students, no travel, no freedom. Then blindness took his sight. Imagine discovering the stars and spending your last years unable to see them. He didn't die violently, but slowly, silenced, alone, forbidden from doing the science he loved. A quiet, cruel end for one of humanity's greatest minds. Alan Turing, the apple. Alan Turing helped to win World War II. He broke Nazi codes, invented modern computing, saved millions of lives. But after the war, he was prosecuted for being gay, chemically castrated, humiliated. In 1954, he was found dead beside his bed. A half-eaten apple on the table, laced with cyanide, officially ruled suicide, though some still debate it. Either way, a hero is treated like a criminal. The father of computers, poisoned by his own country. Albert Camus, One Small Decision. Albert Camus, Nobel Prize winner, master of existentialism. He hated the idea of dying randomly. Once wrote, "The most absurd way to die is in a car crash." In 1960, he planned to take the train. Ticket bought, safe trip. Last minute, He changed his mind, accepted a ride with a friend, the car lost control, smashed into a tree. He died instantly. That unused train ticket was still in his pocket. Fate? A cruel irony? Nikola Tesla, alone with his dreams. Nikola Tesla imagined the future. Wireless energy, radio, robotics. Ideas decades ahead of his time, but success never followed. Money vanished. Friends disappeared. He grew obsessed with pigeons. Said one white pigeon was the love of his life. In 1943, he died alone in a cheap hotel room. No family, no fortune, just unpaid bills. The man who electrified the world died in darkness. Marie Curie, killed by her own discovery. Finally, Marie Curie. 2 Nobel Prizes, discovered radium, pioneered radiation science. But back then, no one knew radiation was deadly. She carried test tubes in her pockets, glowing samples beside her bed, worked with bare hands for years, decades, until her bone marrow failed. Aplastic anemia, slow deterioration. She died from the very element she uncovered. Even today, her notebooks are still radioactive, locked in lead boxes, still dangerous, still glowing, even in death.